Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Overwatch Ultimates McCree figure by Blizzard and Hasbro. Now, I am not a big fan of Overwatch or anything. I don't really follow the story or anything like that. I watched a lot of people streaming it, and I sort of watched some of the videos and thought they were quite interesting. You know, the character background ones. They were quite interesting, but I never got into the game myself because I don't really know why. I just never did. So you're probably thinking, why did I buy a figure if I'm not like a big fan of the series? There are three reasons for this. The first, it was cheap, and as we all know, it's very hard for me to turn down a cheap figure or a bargain. I love bargains. Secondly, it's a cowboy figure, and I find those to be extremely rare, and I like the Man with No Name from the Sergio Leone films, played by Clint Eastwood. And this is probably the closest I'll ever get to having someone from that. And the third reason is the effect right there. Most figures don't come with effects. So, as a person that doesn't use Photoshop, like I can't say I've never used it. I used to use it when I had to work in, when I worked in website design, I should say. But I was basically teaching myself. So I like to have effects that I can actually work with and create myself, as opposed to digitally adding it, sort of thing. So I figured like this might be a bit like the Star Wars Black Series ones. It doesn't connect in the same way, but I think it will still work with most of the things that I want it for. For those that care about boxes, you know, Overwatch symbols either side, nice art thing on the front. Not that you can really see it because it's too close to the camera. On the back, details about the character and other characters that you can pick up. I don't think most of you really care about the you know, the box. So I'll drop the camera, I think, a bit. Unfortunately, he doesn't have like brilliant articulation around the head and stuff, but he is nicely sculpted. He is not particularly fantastic for standing though, so this will undoubtedly end at some point. Well, really should zoom out, shouldn't I? Zoom out to give you, so you can see I've got the legs cocked in a really weird way, but you can see at the back of the boots there that he does have those spurs. I believe they're called spurs, and you can see how the chaps are done. Nice poncho top and the hat. He also kind of looks like Wolverine, which is another reason why I kind of like it. Zoom in on the face if possible. So if I just angle him back, I mean, it doesn't look exactly like Wolverine. It's a Hasbro figure, so it has very much the same articulation as your Black Series. Unfortunately, this one does have the bare skin thing, so it has that really unsightly joint. The gun, if I can get it unshot, the gun is a bendable plastic, which is quite handy. He comes with alternative hands, I believe, for both hands. I don't have the spare hands out, I've just left them in the box. So the gun effect, it just goes into the end of the barrel there. So, you know, nice little notch. Sorry, have to take it off the camera to push it back. It is like a sort of bendable rubber type stuff, much like this. This isn't cloth, it's like rubber. There is the chest thing, it's like nice swivel there. Nothing in the waist. He does have the turn thing there at the top of the legs. the double knee, which is quite tight and stuff. Slightly restricted on this knee because of the pad. The feet do turn a little bit, but are limited by the chaps. You can see the ugly joints at the back pretty much, and see how he's joined at the waist. He does have the nice split and stuff if you need that. He does have a working holster, so you can put the gun in the holster. And of course, like, there is articulation there in the head. You know, you can't do the Exorcist thing, it doesn't have that kind of turn, but it does have the up and down, but it's still very limited by the poncho. He can be extremely difficult to pose, and that is because the boots actually have upturned toes, so it's not a flat, like, it doesn't flatten out, so you kind of have to balance it off the heels. Now there is double holes there, so you can put them on a base. I'm pretty sure Mighty Ape is still selling bases that will fit this. Standard thing for, like, you know, the 6-inch type things. If we move him out of the way, you can see the detail of the, I think they're like grenade canisters or something. Nice bullet belt and the Banff at the front. Yep. Trying to remember if it was Banff or not. Speaking of, just because I think of it now, Nate at Hades Industries, he sells the Banff buckle. So if you're looking for a buckle, I can recommend you go to Nate for it. Nice waist belts and stuff for the guns. All around, pretty good figure. Very annoying in the lack of ability to balance sort of thing. He is kind of top heavy and he doesn't have a good center of gravity sort of thing. So he's one of those figures that you'll sort of, you know, you'll get him into a pose and hope that he holds it. But like that. That's a fairly good pose. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Just zoom in a bit, make it look even better. I hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.